Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adayan Izzuddin bin Jamil, and today I would like to present about the case which is involved Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad versus Lim Koh Ho and Ano, and also other appeals. So the parties involved in this case is Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad, which is as appellant, and secondly as the respondent is Lim Koh Ho and Ano and other appeals. So this case is held at the Court of Appeal in Putrajaya. So for the summary of this case, this is regarding the appeal of BIMB, the appellant against the High Court, which is common judgment in 12 cases, and also involving about the Islamic financing, which is Bai'u Bisamani Ajil. So in particular judgment, the High Court judge challenged the BBA contract's fairness and enforceability on two fundamental grounds, which is first, he found that the BBA contracts were more burdensome than the conventional riba loan forbidden in Islam. This means that the judge thought that the BBA is more burdensome compared to the conventional loan. And secondly, he found that the BBA contract in that country was not appropriate according to four mazhab. In doing so, he argued that the BBA contracts were contradictory to the fundamental principle of Islam. And therefore, the key question that need to resolve in this appeal were whether the BBA contract was costly than the conventional loan, and also whether the BBA contract in Islam was banned. So, from the summary, we could say that there are two issues in this case, which is first, if Islam forbids the BBA contract, and secondly, if BBA contract more demanding than the conventional loan. Next, we will go to the principle. The legal principle established here is that the loan judge ascertains that ruling in the BBA contract is the same as the conventional loan with interest, which is forbidden in Islam. He also said that the BBA contract is burdensome compared to the conventional loan. This is due to because the BBA contract is a selling agreement, which is we need to make up or pay out our money, while the conventional loan is about the loan, which is about the borrowing the money. So we will get the money. So the judgment look that the BBA contracts wants to take customer money compared to conventional loan. And for the judgment, by substituting the equitable understanding of the selling price under the purchase price allocation, and by substituting the customer duty to pay the sale price for the value of the loan and the benefit measured regularly, the trial judge essentially rewrote the contract for the parties. Indeed, the court based on the rules, the court should not rewrite the terms of the arrangement between the parties that it finds to be fair or equitable. Secondly, in any case, and it was clear that the higher courts had determined the BBA contract's fairness and enforceability, it is a tried rule that based on the doctrine of stare decisis, the superior court decision is binding on all the courts below. In this context, the judge should have been bound by those decisions instead of dismissing or ignoring those decisions. In any case, it was clear that the higher courts had determined the BBA contract's fairness and enforceability. The tried law that on Supreme Court's ruling is binding on all courts below is based on stare decisis. Instead of ignoring or disregarding the Supreme Court judgment or the Court of Appeal, the trial judge should have kept himself bound by the decision, as they would cause misapprehension in the judicial system. So based on these two statements, we could say that based on the ruling or the judgment that have been made by the learned judge, or we could say that the learned judge should not determine whether the BIMB is a fault in this matter, because the learned judge should follow the stare decisis or the past decision on the based on the superior cost. And for the judgment, the decision between a BBA deal and a conventional loan arrangement by the trial judge was not acceptable, whereas a conventional loan arrangement was a money lending deal, while a BBA contract was an agreement. As such, BBA contract's benefit varies from the interest resulting from the conventional loan deal. Thus, SC equated the benefit received by BIMB as being similar to riba or interest when the two forms of the transaction should not be similar, and when the BBA deal is simply a trade transaction. The trial judge was mistaken. So based on the judgment in the Court of Appeal, we could say that the trial judge or the loan judge from the High Court is mistaken from misinterpret the between the BBA contract and conventional loan, because we could say from the statement the BBA contract is a selling agreement while the conventional loan is a money lending deal. So when come to the selling agreement, there will be some interest, and also the money must be paid by the customer. And for the lending deal, the bank will will give the money to the customer as the borrowing or as the loan contract. So that's all from me. Thank you.